What is going on, players, and welcome back to Hungary for Success with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21. Today we're taking on Pushkash Academia and Hanvid in the final two games of the season to find out where we're going to finish in the league. And hopefully, we'll be making our way to Europe for next season. But if you do want to enjoy this episode, make sure to like and subscribe so you can see more of this fantastic content with Dorogi. Now let's get into the video. Right, fellas, so as I was saying, we could make our way into Europe this season, which definitely would be unexpected, but we could even make it into the Champions League if results go away, because I think second place, or that's actually probably Europa League, isn't it? Second place is probably Europa League. Actually, no, it's Europe Conference League. There must be a mistake here. We have to have a European or Europa League spot. Either way, could finish second if we win both our games and Ferencváros give us a hand and beat Fervar. But we have been in good form since you were here last. It's only been the two games. We drew with Debrecen. To be fair, we were quite lucky to get that draw. And then we smashed past Újpest, Gabriel scoring a brace, Garate scoring a hat-trick. As you can see, Gabriel scoring twice in quick succession. And then Versace also picked up an injury, which is quite annoying because he's been rather important since he has arrived. Game's just taken a little bit of time to get going. Sam Greenwood going to be quite a annoyance, I would say, in this game. He's been fairly good this year, but as you would have seen, you might have seen in the build-up, we were showing the league. Garate and Gabriel, top two goal scorers in the league. So for today's game, we have Hut Wagner in goal, Pierre-Levscu and Angard as our wing-back, our full-backs, Derek and Suarez as our centre-backs, with Ortiz and Typhenbach as our central midfield, Marquis and Shedler as our wide men, with Garate and Gabriel starting up front. So as I said, Versace is injured, Pitre is also injured, Monazimi is on his way back from an injury, Shabo is injured, and Markella is suspended. So we have a couple of naughty boys. Hopefully, all goes well. Yeah, we'll try and submit that. Pierre-Levscu is finally back, which I've been missing. We've been missing him an awful lot recently. He's been lacking a little bit in the right back position, but he's back today. Hopefully, keeps up the form that he's been in. The form that pushed us to sign him. And I'm not sure why the game is taking so long to get going. I might just cut this part out. You might never even get to see this part, because this is taking so very, very long. What is going on? The teams are warming up. It's taking their sweet ass time. Right, so we are back. I don't know what was going on with that. Why it took so long to get us into the game. We could say, yeah, pick up where you left off last time. Actually, that's a good idea. Get everyone motivated and focused. More of the same. More of the same from the two strikers. They scored 5 between them in the last game. Don't see why they wouldn't go and just try and do the same again. I'm not sure what's going on. Why the game is acting so peculiar, because I've not had an issue. And I'm recording it the same time. Well, obviously not the exact same time, but only a couple of hours. Not even. Oh, Ortiz with the goal. We're 1 up after 35 seconds. Hopefully that'll fix the stuttering. Pierre-Levscu comes down the wing, tries to get the ball across, can't. Markish gets it across. Ortiz beats his man in the air, puts it in the back of the net. 32 seconds. So unfortunately, not quite quick enough to be our fastest goal of the season, but I'll take it. We're not going to know how the Fervar and Ferencváros game gets on until later today, maybe even for the next part of this episode. But as it is right now, equal, or not equal on points actually. We're 1 point behind. But that's fine. If it stays as it is, I'll take it. Gabriel gets the ball away. Garate picks it up. Finds Schedler. Finds Gabriel. Puts Ortiz through. Ortiz just over. He's been far more instrumental than we've seen a lot of him recently, which is very good. Massive screen freeze, and thankfully Baluta puts that one wide. Living a little bit on the edge here going into halftime, and it's gone over from Favre. I'm going to put my fists in. Yeah, you're capable of even better. But I'm going to point my finger and tell everyone that I have faith in them. Because I do. I have faith that we can continue to do this. Gabriel's having a been quite poor. Schedler has been a little bit on the poor side as well. Everyone else has been fine, if not unspectacular. On-guard, Ortiz and Derek all playing just over 7. I'm going to give a bit of encouragement. That made any difference really. I'll take that. I'll take no effect. Depression have decided, oh yeah, we need to start winning games now. Now that they've been relegated. We have a corner. I'll start making changes after the corner. Schedler. Galate heads over. Burzy is going to come on for Gabriel, because Gabriel's been playing terribly. Markish is going to come off for Perry Moss, who played the last game and is actually not terrible, which I think is a glowing representation of that poor young man's career since he joined us. Been fantastic for the under-19s, not been terrible for us. Coming up on the 80th minute. I was supposed to take Pierre-Levsko off, but just not going to. He's been quite good. Vang, you're coming on for the final 10 minutes or so. Player who I think next season might be quite good, based purely on the fact that he'll be better at speaking Hungarian next season, and that is very, very lucky. Hood Wagner punches it onto the crossbar, but gets the ball forward. Burzy running down the wing, whips it across. Perry Moss almost gets it past Caprile. If Perry Moss had scored there, I wouldn't have been jumping out of my seat because my leg is still not fully healed. But that's fantastic. We've got one over Puskás. Outstretched arms, magnificently well done, lads. Actually, I'm not going to shout at anybody. I'm not going to give anyone special privileges of being shouted at. They're all just going to be told, you had a good game. You weren't terrible. Gabriel, a little bit disappointing. Garate, also a little bit disappointing, seeing as they're the top 2 goal scorers in the league. You'd expect them to attempt to score a goal. But we're going to be back in just a second for the final game of the league season. So this is what it comes to, fellas. We have to beat Honvéd, and we have to hope that Kisvárda can beat Fervar for us to make it into second, because Ferencváros and Fervar drew. Because of course they did. ZTE and Meshkoved can both still get relegated today. Meshkoved have a slightly easier game, obviously, playing Debrecen, although they've been in pretty decent form since they got relegated. And who's the ZTE take on Újpest? We're in actually mediocre form. As it is right now, we're guaranteed a European spot. The reason we haven't been given the Euro guaranteed Europe is because the cup final has to be played yet. But it's Ferencváros against MTK. So if MTK lose and we finish 4th, which I don't think is that. No, it's actually no. We're guaranteed it. It just depends if MTK finish 4th or not. Will make the difference. If MTK don't finish 4th and we somehow manage to finish 4th, and then they win the cup, yeah, it's a hot mess. We're getting Europe. That's all you need to worry about. For today's game, we're actually going to start Perry Moss. Changes from the last game. Casiedo comes in for Taffenbach, just because I want to see what Casiedo can do in the final game of the season. And Moss starts at right wing. No new injury concerns for this game, so we are going to go at it and see what we can do. Perry Moss, I feel like he's going to be good. We're training him to be a striker. He scores so many goals, just struggling in the first team. But we're going to tell the lads to, if we play our game, they don't care. Just saying to them, if we play our game, we're capable of winning. They don't really give a shit. That's fine. We're just going to send the assistant to that. I do some of the team talks, just not today, but I'm just going to show you Perry Moss. We're not going to be able to show you him yet. Interesting cross ball by your boy Gabriel, but we've managed to keep a hold of it. Gabriel, big ball forward to Perry Moss, who hits the crossbar. That poor boy is just never going to get a goal for us, is he? Perry Moss scores all the goals for under 19s, can't get on the end of, for some reason, just can't get the ball into the back of the net for the first team. And Hanvid are absolutely doing everything they can to try and survive. They can't. Gabriel puts it in the back of the net. 21st goal of the season. Get in there, my son. That was quite a nice little bit of build-up play. Derek gets it forward. Well, Derek runs forward. That's my centre-back. Whips the ball in. Nice little cross from deep. Finds Gabriel. He heads past the goalkeeper. And everything was working fine in between. For some reason, decided to act up again. Get the ball into the box again. Gabriel is there to pick it up. Gets it to Derek on guard. My right centre-back and my left-back staying back for... Pretty sure that's not how I have it set up, but it's fine. On guard. Tries to get the ball past the keeper. Perry Moss! He's gotten a goal! Ex-Walsall youngster Perry Moss with his first goal for the club. And after 4 minutes, we're 2 up. That was quite the, I'm going to say, shot by on guard. I think that might actually have been a cross. But nonetheless, it's gone in the back of the net. Perry Moss, who has 35 goals from 36 non-competitive appearances. And he came through Walsall. I've seen him in some other saves playing quite far down the English pyramid. But Karate makes it through after 8 minutes, or just after 8 minutes. That was, to be fair, a very poor throw. Shedler picks it up, gets it across. Karate, I was going to say could never miss from that angle, but I feel like he very much could miss from that angle. We're really coming out today and we're not taking anyone's shit in this first half. Perry Moss gets the ball to Ortiz, back to Perry Moss. He's got a taste for goal, he wants to score some more. Unfortunately, taking those kind of shots, not really going to help him. Suarez gets the ball forward to Shedler, on guard, Casiedo, on guard, back to Casiedo, our 6'6" giant in central midfield, accidentally gets the ball back. Perry Moss puts Garate through, Garate hits the crossbar. On guard, beautiful tackle. Perelevscu, yeah, that was a clumsy challenge. Another corner for us, which goes a begging, but on guard picks it up. We're getting it forward. Ortiz can't quite get the ball through. Suarez gets it up. Gabriel gets it down, and Garate can't get on the end of it. Perelevscu whips the ball in from deep, and oh, what a beautiful goal by Gabriel. Just dinks it over the keeper. The deftest of touches. That was so beautiful. 15 minutes in, we're 4-0 up against Hanvid. This is going to be quite quite a long episode, I would imagine, because they have an instant highlight from the kickoff. Let's just check and see, make sure we're on key highlights and something hasn't changed to like comprehensive or extended, but it hasn't. Ramadan shoots straight at Hutwagner, and he will be quite happy to take those all day long. Now we have a throw on guard, finds a Dorogi player. Shedlar gets a forward to Karate, and he scuffs his shot. Keeper sees it wide. I can't believe we're 4 up within 16 minutes. We're scoring a goal we were scoring a goal every 4 minutes. Miro. His free kick is straight into Hutwagner's hands. Gabriel can't win the header, but on guard runs the wing, takes a shot, and it sits down beautifully for Garate. 5-0 after 33 minutes. It's turned into a bit of a rout, lads. Second half, they're probably going to score 6 goals, so we need to get more. We need to get so many more goals. I'm going to chuck a bit of praise at the lads because did not see this coming. As it is right now, Ferver are winning their game. Hopefully, that'll change. Gabriel's picked up the ball. Ortiz, Garate, Pieralevscu, Garate, Ortiz, Shedler. From a distance, Shedler with his 13th. It's just, this is disgusting, lads. We're killing them. They're dead. They're dead. What a way to end the season. We're 6-0 up just before halftime. This is insane. That was quite the shot from quite a large distance out. Ferver are 2 up in their game. Hungary had 1 shot on target, which was a 0.04. Keep it going, lads. Everything's going quite well. Suarez and Casiedo are the only players not having great games. We're not going to make any changes yet, because why would we? We're 6 up. What changes could we make? We brought on... What could we do that's going to change the game? Apart from swapping out our goalkeeper for a striker. Perry Moss gets the ball taken off him. Hutwagner, just one for the highlight reel. Just diving for that one as if it was impossible save. Garate heads it down for Gabriel, puts it across for Perry Moss, and it's in the back of the net. Gabriel is such an unselfish striker. Perry Moss gets himself his second. All he needed was that 1 goal. We're 7 up just after half time. This went in after 46 seconds. We made it 7, and I feel like it could all be for nothing because Ferver don't look like they're going to lose their game, because I think they were 2 up against Kishvarda. I would like if we got like a constant update on this screen, but we're not going to. So we're just, oh, we've conceded. It's all it's ruined, lads. It's ruined. Scrap it. It's done. The game's over. We've conceded. It's going to chuck a bit of praise to them because we're not. They want us to play shorter passing. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. We've pretty much won the game. I'm going to bring Gutierrez on for Suarez. I'm going to take off Pieralevscu. I'm going to bring on. Actually, going to put Ortiz back there because Ortiz was actually, if you remember, quite good when we played him there last time. Typhonbach is going to come on and just be the box to box. We're going to leave those changes for now. See if one of our strikers can score a hat-trick. Their poor goalkeeper is playing a 5.9. Garate loses the ball. Ramadan gets forward to Mayer. Nemeth is through. Barnabas Nemeth makes it 7-2. Taking a bit of the gloss off the fact that we're dominating this game. Another kickoff highlight. Derek de Gutierrez gets it forward. And Ramadan goes for a bit of a jog forward. Angard says not today. Casiedo, big ball forward. Can't find either of our strikers. Gutierrez on guard on his weaker foot. That was actually a pretty good pass for a guy who was doing it on his weak foot. Barnabas Nemeth. Barath Mayer heads just over. 10 minutes remaining. I don't think they're going to have enough about them to score 5. Although, stranger things have happened. Score 5 in 10 minutes. And that's gone in as a Derek own goal. Okay, 7-3. Told you they were going to score lots of goals in the second half. How did Derek end up doing this? He just got there ahead of the man. That would have been a beautiful goal if he was a poacher. Fortunately, he's not a poacher. He's a centre-back. Casiedo is having a poor game. So we're going to bring on... I don't actually have a centre midfielder. We're going to move Shedler back to centre midfield. Take off Casiedo and bring on Monazimi. But we're going to make Karate a... I was going to say complete forward. Who you cannot be a complete forward, my friend. It's going to do this. Why not? Pump fists. Go on, Monazimi. Can you get yourself... I think it would be his 3rd goal of the season. Or are we just going to concede again? Is it going to be 7-4? Yeah. I'm going to demand more. We've conceded 4 goals in this second half. We've conceded many. Far too many. Yeah, I know you're frustrated, lads, but what do you think I feel? So I think we finish 3rd because I don't think Kishvarda have enough about them to come back and finish with anything other than a whimper. It's got to say the assistant. Yeah, fair. 3-0. Palco Derde puts the icing on top of the cake, and we finish in 3rd, which is quite disappointing. ZTE do get relegated. Meshkoved, as I said, easy game. Get a win over Depression, and Ujpest relegate ZTE. I'll take it. Perimos is out for 2 days with a bruised shin. We have qualified for the Euro Cup 2, which that's fantastic. Confirm our best ever finish. To be fair, I should probably be the greatest manager in Dorog's history. I know I'm not going to be. Like, I've just secured their best ever finish, but I guarantee we're still favourite personal, but we'll see what happens when it ticks over. Will we get moved into an icon? Because I think we should. Like, there's players, Mesharas, Vi, good players, but I've just got the best ever finish in the league. Should count for something, shouldn't it? So that is the end of the season. I think that game potentially breaks a record for most goals in the league game. I have to wait and see. They're quite disappointed by the fact we didn't play defensively solid football. We were so leaky, but we played direct football, played counter-attacking football. You know, we were attacking all the time. We worked within the wage budget, avoided relegation, and we ended up qualifying for the Europa Conference 2, or the Europa Conference League. So I can't really complain too much. Untouchable. I think this season has gone significantly better than one would have expected. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So next episode is going to be the end of season review, and then we're going to have a look at the transfers that come in. We might do like the same as what we did last year, or last season, where we come back for like July. I show you the players that we've pre-signed or signed on pre-contracts, and then we'll go through it depending on what happens after that. If there's any insane transfers in or out, we'll come back for those as well. Just some of my personality. Slack. Don't like that. Prefer being a mercenary. That's beautiful. But we're going to be back for the end of season review in the next episode. So if you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Share with all of your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.